Hey YouTube, right here. Now anyone who's been watching my channel will know that I'm not a huge comic book fan, and I'm not I'm not really too much of a superhero fan, that sort of thing. I do like the odd superhero movie every once in a while, but I am a fan of Batman. Now, in the description, I'm going to have a link to an article. And it pisses me the fuck off. Now, before I said, social justice warriors and feminists and all that ruin everything that they fucking come in contact with. I mean, just their touch alone will ruin anything. Hell, it's getting to the point where I'm saying that just their sheer presence, they don't even have to say anything. Just them being in the same room as something taints it. Well, here's my reason why. Got absolute proof that social justice is even now going out of its way to try to completely twist the narrative, saying, yeah, we're seen as evil, but, the thing is we're going to go ahead and try to point out that we're less evil than the quote-unquote heroes. So, of course, social justice warriors decide that they're going to identify with the Joker. Well, they can't identify with the Joker while he's insane, because that would be hitting a little too close to home, right? Well, they're saying, in this latest rendition, that that the Joker's cured of his insanity, and he sees an issue with Batman and how he's a part of a perpetual cycle of violence and so on and so forth and yada yada yada. And this is a SJW fucking change. There's no getting around it. It blatantly fucking is. Because in it, the person who's writing it, forget his fucking name, I don't really care. Mr. Mudd. Why not? Let's just call him that. But, or how about this? Mr. My career's fucking over after this shit. Decided that he's going to cast Batman as a villain. Not too far of a stretch. I think that could be an interesting idea. But he's casting the Joker as the hero. The Joker's sitting there and manipulating people and using rhetoric and so on and so forth to try to combat Batman. So he's using the people of the city, the regular citizens of the city, and weaponizing them against Batman. Sound familiar? He's a politician. Sound familiar? Yeah. He's using that ability of his that makes him such a terrifying character, his ability to manipulate people, to go ahead and manipulate the people of Gotham to go against Batman. That's actually been done before. It's been done several times. In fact, it's kind of the Joker's thing. So what's the difference, you might ask? Oh, well, now instead of him being a villain, now he's viewed as an upstanding member of society. Everyone's just going to sweep everything that he did in the past under the rug. They're going to ignore it. Oh yeah, you've murdered thousands upon thousands upon thousands of our citizens in cold fucking blood. But we don't care. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna give you our support. We're gonna rally behind you. In this, it's gonna bring up shit like Black Lives Matter. Now, this isn't my words. This is the creator. All right, this is the person that's the creator of this particular series. It's gonna cover matters like Black Lives Matter, and the ever-growing wage gap. More like the ever-debunked wage gap. So this is literally just turning this comic book into fucking social justice propaganda. One more way of going after youth. Trying to brainwash people. And I think that it's funny, given the current social climate. Here's my reason for saying that. What is the purpose of Batman? Anyone who's ever watched a Batman movie or watched a Batman series or anything like that, the purpose of Batman is to go after criminals because the police are either unable or unwilling to take these criminals down. Like maybe the criminals are too closely connected. Hillary! Maybe the criminals are too feared. Hey, preachers. You know, and Batman goes after these criminals. Yeah, he'll go ahead and he'll get the muggers and so on and so forth as well, but he goes after major crime syndicates. Well, the thing is, of course, social justice warriors are going to see something like Batman as an absolute threat to them. Because social justice has infiltrated our police force. 1 minute. Sorry about that. Alright, but yeah. Social justice has already invaded our police force, and our police are already sitting there and actually taking sides, which the police are not supposed to fucking do. The police are supposed to enforce the law evenly, which they haven't been doing. Just look at the Berkeley riots and so on and so forth. There's plenty of examples out there. Not going to run through all of them. But so, of course, you know, someone like Batman who's not afraid to take down corrupt police right along with the bad guys, the people who are breaking the fucking law, of course they're going to see that as a fucking threat. The superhero that's willing to take down corrupt politicians when no one else will. Again, go ahead and take a look at the current climate. Sorry about the constant jump cuts here, but there's one of those little one-man plane things that just keeps flying around in circles over my fucking house that I don't know why. Oh yeah, because I'm recording a fucking video. But anywho, yeah, of course social justice warriors are going to see Batman as a threat. Especially because they're so against vigilante justice, yet they join and applaud and support shit like, oh, I don't know, Antifa, which are performing vigilante justice. You know, attacking people for being white and attacking people for actually using their free speech, so on and so forth. So, of course, they're gonna be all against fucking Batman. Because Antifa is more like the petty criminals in this series that sit there and use intimidation tactics, that use violence and coercion and so on and so forth, who have the backing of powerful conglomerates, powerful politicians, so on and so forth. Well, they can't be having their people getting their asses kicked in comic books now, can they? See, it's times like this that make me absolutely fucking thankful that I am not a comic book fan. But unfortunately, it doesn't mean I'm not affected. Because the thing is this is going to affect the movies. This is going to affect the TV shows. So on, so forth, yada, yada, yada. This isn't going to be an isolated fucking thing. And I think it's funny that these comic book companies sat there and saw that, you know, this type of shit translated into less sales, lack of viewership, lack of patronage. They even came out and fucking said that they have seen that they have the numbers for it. And yet here they are, caving in. So, to the people who are heading up Marvel and DC, grow a fucking pair. Tell these social justice warriors where they can fucking stick it. If you've got fucking writers and artists that are these social justice warriors that are sitting there and saying, well, if you don't let us do what we want to fucking do, then we're gonna fucking leave. Bye, Felicia. Kick their ass to the curb. There's plenty of other people that are just as fucking talented, that want to actually tell a story and not push a fucking narrative. That's what you need to fucking do. So sick and tired of these companies capitulating to these motherfuckers, even though they know it's losing them sales. Even though they know it's going to piss off their fan base that's been supporting them for all these fucking years. How about this? If they want to create new characters, let them go ahead and create new characters. I don't have a fucking problem with that. Let them create their new characters. Do not let them fundamentally change your core characters. That's fucking stupid. The thing that pisses me off the most about this is because it's blatantly showing what social justice warriors are like, and people aren't going to understand it. They're not going to see the inherent flaws with this. They're just they're trying to turn every type of entertainment into propaganda for their fucked up narrative. For their anti-white, anti-male, anti-nationalist fucking bullshit. You know, I kept getting on to people about the whole New World Order thing. I was all like, you know, you're taking that a little bit far, so on and so forth. But when I see constant shit like this, even though it's petty little shit, it adds up quickly. So guess what? I'm gonna start fucking talking about New World Order at this point. Because the fact of the matter is that's what this is doing. It's creating the propaganda machine for something like that. Because there's one thing all those people have in common. And that is, they want one unified way of doing things. That's it. They want no diversity whatsoever. They say they're for diversity, and they want diversity of skin color, as long as white isn't included in that. But they want everyone to have the same amount of stuff. Regardless of what they contribute or don't contribute. They want everyone to have the same thought patterns. They want everyone to have the same fucked up idea of what it means to be human. They want racism to be legal when they do it. But not when anyone else does it. They want to police our thoughts. They want to police our ideas. They want to police our speech. They want to police every last micro instant of our fucking lives. And if you're going to sit there and say, oh, well, that's hyperbolic and that sort of thing, just look at the shit that they're suggesting. Look at what levels of petty they're willing to go to. Hell, they don't want men to be in control of the air conditioning in a fucking building. They don't want white men to be able to fucking vote. Hell, they just don't want... They just don't want white men to be even allowed to succeed. They want white men to have every last thing going against them. Newsflash, motherfuckers, already happening. White men have everything going against them and nothing going for them, other than physical fucking strength. We don't have any groups looking out for our own good. We don't have any special laws protecting us. In fact, we have laws saying that we're not allowed to fucking defend ourselves. Unless it's against another white man. We already don't have anything going for us. And the thing is I want to ask everyone watching this video, where does the line get drawn? How far do we let them take over before we finally put our foot down and say, you know what? No. Fuck your regressive shit. Get the fuck out. Like I said, let them create their own characters. Oh, they tried that. And those comics fucking bombed. Because the thing is, the social justice warriors aren't interested in buying comics. They're not interested in that shit. They're not interested in reading their own propaganda. They're interested in force-feeding it down your throat. They're interested in taking away what you enjoy and turning it into something that they would enjoy, even though they don't take part in it anyway. But fuck you having a free thought in your head. Fuck you having your own things that you like. That's what this equates to. And to that I say, fuck them with a glowing iron rod. Marvel and DC, y'all are committing fucking financial suicide at this point. And I am going to be so fucking happy. I'm going to grin from ear to fucking ear when this blows up in your face and you chapter 11.